Oh, my good friend, you are here to visit Rabbi of Elohim, the greatest Kabbalah of your present generation and future generation because of this Torah title. So you want Rabbi of Elohim to give you the rightful interpretation to this Torah title. So what Torah interpretation do we have? Torah interpretation of Beresheet. Beresheet is Hebrew language. Translated of Beresheet to English, it becomes Genesis chapter 6, verse 13. We have the second title Torah that is called Beresheet. Beresheet is Hebrew language. Translated of Beresheet to English, it becomes Genesis chapter 3, verse 1. You want me to give you the rightful interpretation to this title Torah? You see the serpent? Good. Now, the serpent was Krifta. The serpent that you are seeing right now is the evil inclination, the angel of death that the Hebrew people called Yezahara. As a result, the serpent that you are seeing right now brought death upon the whole world, represents you, personal, each person, personal. When you click to the tree of knowledge to eat from there, then you brought death upon yourself. Now, upon yourself means that the word you want to create means that you brought death upon everything you want to establish. Word. So, as a result, the serpent brought death upon the whole world by tempting human entity. Now represents Eve, which means Eve represents the skin. The skin is the human entity that represents the female aspect, while the soul inside represents the male aspect that is called Sheshina in Hebrew language. Sheshina is Hebrew language. Translated of Sheshina to English, it becomes divine presence of the Holy One, blessed be He, that make us to become a human entity. So, it's tempting the human entity, which is Eve, the body, to sin in the tree of knowledge of good and evil. This is the secret of the verse that says, the end of all flesh is come before me, which is Beresheet. Beresheet is Hebrew language. Translated of Beresheet to English, it becomes Genesis chapter 6, verse 13, which alludes to the angel of death that you are seeing, the great serpent, and his husband that is called Ashenja Samuel, which puts an end to all flesh by taking the soul away, which means the soul represents the Sheshina. Sheshina is Hebrew language. Translated of Sheshina to English, it becomes divine presence of the Holy One, blessed be He, from all flesh. It is this called the end of all flesh. Rabbi of Elohim, the greatest Kabbalah of Ein Zohan of your present generation and future generation, look into this teaching of Hashem Elohim of Ein Zohan and concluded by saying, and he said to the woman, which means the skin, by 13, is it true? Which means Beresheet. Beresheet is Hebrew language. Translated of Beresheet to English, it becomes Genesis chapter 3, verse 1. The serpent started, this serpent that you are seeing, started with wrath by saying, is it true? It represents, is it true? It definitely means by wrath that he presents his word. When he said, is it true? As Elohim said, this, it brought wrath and anger upon the world that we are going to create, which means that me as a human entity, I am my own world. You are your own world. Which means that if I eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, whatever that I am going to create in my own world is going to become wrath and anger, because I laid the foundation by eating from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. He said to the woman, but this tree, the Holy One, blessed be He, created the world. Because the world was created by the female aspect. Therefore, eat of it, and you shall be as Elohim, knowing good and evil, which means that you shall also be able to create world with the female principle, because he, namely Zehape, is indeed Elohim, his name. The female principle is the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Therefore, if you eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, which is his name, if you cleave to the female and draw upon her abundantly, you shall also be as known as Elohim. You shall be as Zehape and will be able to create the world as he does. That is a complete lie. You cannot say that we are drawing light from above, below. We draw light from below to above. Definitely means that the female principle, which is Makut, receive light from the supernal kingdom, which is Zehape. Zehape give all his fruit to Makut, which means that Zehape receive from supernal kingdom. May the peace of Shabbat Shalom be with each and every one of you as you have listened to the teaching of Hashem Elohim of Ein Zohan today. My name remains the same Rabbi of Elohim, the greatest Kabbalah of Ein Zohan of your present generation and future generation. Shabbat Shalom.